Hello everyone, welcome back to Mentors Academy. So today is the 3rd of October 2025 and as always we are here with the most important current affairs from the newspapers like the Hindu, the Indian Express, PIB and also other authentic sources explained in detail for your exam preparation. Right, so let's begin with yesterday's MCQs recap first before moving to today's headlines and the articles in detail. Right, so yesterday the first question was with reference to pulses in India, consider the following statements. Pulses are mostly grown on marginal lands under rain-fed conditions. Pulses are short duration crops often used in intercropping systems. India is the world's largest producer, consumer and importer of pulses. How many of the above statements are correct? So the correct answer to this question is option C, all three. So all the three statements are correct, right? So the next question was consider the following statements. Kaziranga National Park is located on the floodplains of Brahmaputra River and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Two flying rivers refer to atmospheric moisture streams from the Amazon rainforest that influence rainfall as far as the Indian subcontinent. Both Kaziranga and the Amazon Basin are recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Of the both statements, these are correct. So the correct answer to this question is option B, 1 and 2 only. First statement is correct, second statement is also correct, but third statement is wrong because yes, Kaziranga is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but Amazon Basin as a whole is not, right? So let's see today's key headlines now. India's dietary profile linked to rising diabetes and obesity shows study. Private project plans in first half of fiscal are at 15-year high. Will China capture the electrolyzer market? India made H-125 helicopters to roll out from Indian made Kolar in 2027. Cleaner air can reduce heart disease, diabetes when women reveals assessment. RBI constitutes six-member board to oversee functioning of payment systems. So the first article is about India's dietary profile and diabetes risk. So um, a new ICMR Indiab study was published in Nature Medicine. It links India's carbohydrate heavy diets to rising obesity and diabetes. Right. So traditionally, our diets were cereal based with millets, pulses. Right. These are cereal based with millets, pulses, and high fiber. But today, refined carbs and sugars dominate. Right. So that is the main concern. So currently, 62% calories, 62% of our calories come from carbs and only 12% from protein. Right, protein intake averages only 12%, which is below recommendations. In 21 states or UTs, sugar intake already exceeds the safe levels. So millets remain marginal in diets and animal protein consumption is low also. So the key finding is that substituting even 5% carbs with plant or dairy proteins will reduce diabetes risk significantly. So with India already home to the 77 million diabetics, this is a wake up call to all. So for prelims it's important to know about these kind of dietary surveys and the IDF data, and for mains connect this to nutritional security versus food security, lifestyle diseases and also non-communicable diseases policy reforms. So the next article is about private sector investment at 15-year high. So according to CMI, 85 sorry according to CMI, private sector projects worth 9.95 lakh crore were announced in April to September 2025, the highest in 15 years. So private firms now account for 94%. CMIA, it stands for Center for Monitoring Indian Economy. So these private firms now account for 94% of all new investments, while government and foreign investments are lagging, right, comparatively. So foreign project proposals have declined, fell to a 5-year low despite the UNCTAD, right, United Nations Convention on Trade and Development, reporting an 11% global FDI rise in 2024. So this shows a strong domestic confidence but weaker foreign appetite for India. Right. So the prelims relevance is FDI versus FFI, CMI, and the UNCTAD for mains. The climate of investment, private sector investment, and private sector's role in India's $5 trillion economy ambition. The next article is about, will China capture the electrolyzer market? So China already controls 85% of global alkaline electrolyzer capacity, raising concerns that it may dominate the green hydrogen supply chain just as it did with solar panels. Right, so electrolyzers are basically of two main types. One is alkaline, ALK. These are cheaper but less efficient. And the another one is proton exchange membrane, PEM. It is costlier but efficient, requiring rare materials like iridium and platinum, producing high purity hydrogen. Right, so China enjoys 20 to 45% cost advantage due to subsidies, supply chain integration, and abundant nickel and steel like raw materials for the ALK. But unlike solar, the hydrogen sector has tighter global national strategies that may check China's dominance. Right, for prelims, it's important to connect to types of electrolyzers, national green hydrogen mission for mains, energy security, supply chain dependence on China, and lessons from solar sector. The next article is about Indian made H125 helicopters from 2027. So the in from 2027, the Airbus and Tata joint venture, it will jointly manufacture H125 helicopters at Kolar, Karnataka. Right, so what is this H125? This is how it looks like. So H125 is it's a lightweight utility helicopter widely used for rescue, policing, and tourism. So this move will strengthen the Make in India program, right, and it will enhance the export potential as well. So it also complements the HAL's, Hindustan Aeronautic Limited's indigenous Dhruv helicopters, boosting India's aerospace industry. For UPSC prelims, it's important to know about the features of H125 and the Tata Airbus joint project. For mains, defense indigenization very important, and aerospace is a sunrise sector. The next article is about clean air dashboard, health benefits from for women and children. So a new health benefit assessment dashboard links the NCAP National Clean Air Program 2019 air quality targets with the health direct health gains for women and children. So air pollution here, it causes over 2 million deaths annually in India. So meeting just 30% of the NCAP targets could lower disease prevalence by up to 33%. Important data. So for women, anemia rates could fall, and for children, risks of respiratory infections and low birth weight would reduce significantly. So experts recommend that stronger decentralization and even a new environmental health regulatory agency. Right, for prelims, it's important to know about NCAP targets, PM 2.5 versus PM 10. For mains, air pollution health nexus, um, and cooperative federalism. The next article is about RBI Payment Regulatory Board. So the RBI has replaced the BPSS, right, Board for Regulation and Supervision of Payment and Settlement Systems, with a new six-member payment regulatory board to oversee India's booming digital payment systems. So unlike the old BPSS, the new PRB, it will include three government nominees along with the RBI members. So this gives the government a direct say in payment regulation. So it will be chaired by Sanjay Malhotra, that is the RBI governor, and with the chairperson holding a casting vote. Right, in case of ties, it will have a casting vote. Whereas, so this move it will reflect India's position as the global leader um, in digital payments with UPI crossing 100 billion 100 billion transactions in the financial year 2024 alone, right? For prelims it's important to know about the act, payment and settlement system act 2007, and about UPI DPSs. For mains, balancing autonomy of RBI versus government role and the digital economy governance, very important, right? So these are the key articles of today's news. So let's test your knowledge with the two prelims model MCQ. The first question is with reference to green hydrogen mission. Consider the following statements. Electrolyzers used in green hydrogen production operate only through alkaline electrolysis. The National Green Hydrogen Mission aims to make India energy independent by 2047. Green hydrogen can be directly blended with natural gas for industrial use. How many of our statements are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none. The next question is consider the following pairs. NCAP National Clean Air Program, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Eat Right India Campaign, Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, Road Tech Scheme, Ministry of Finance. Which of the above statements are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. So please drop your answers in the comment section below. We'll be checking your responses and we'll see the correct answer to these two questions in the next session. So we also have two main questions for you to practice answer writing. The first question is India's dependence on China for electrolyzers may replicate the mistakes of the solar sector. Critically evaluate this statement in the context of energy security and industrial policy. 10 market to 150 words question. Second question is air pollution in India is not only an environmental issue but also a public health crisis, especially for women. Discuss with reference to recent health assessments and policies like NCAP. 15 marker to 50 words question. Right? Please practice these two questions. So that wraps up today's current affairs for 3rd October 2025. So we covered India's dietary profile, invest and private investments, China's electrolyzer dominance, H125 helicopters, air health benefits, and RBI's payment regulation, all mapped to your exam syllabus directly. So if you found this session useful and helpful, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Mentors Academy, and please press that bell icon for more such updates, right? I'll see you again tomorrow with the next another power packed current affairs session. Thank you so much for joining in today. Have a good day, you all.